Anything that surprised you in 2024 that you were not expecting?
So many things. So many people had their expectations built up positively for the halving that you have this parabolic move right after the halving, and that clearly didn't happen. You saw a pretty meaningful sell down from 74,000 on the same day as the approval of the Bitcoin ETFs. The CME released a whole bunch of additional futures products that essentially increase the liquidity pool for people to take the opposite side, right? You can go short futures, you go long the ETF, have a market neutral trade, but that constant selling in the futures market puts a cap on upward trajectory of prices and even could put downward pressure if somebody else piles on and goes naked short. So this downward relentless pressure finally dissipated in September, and we made this really rocket ship move all the way back to new all-time highs. And the nice thing is we've seen this accumulation pattern again, higher highs and higher lows.
So, according to your view, Trump's election served as the main catalyst that inverted this trend.
Well, no, it was an accelerator. I think it was more the tail as opposed to the dog. I think the dog is the fact that there's new money coming into this market. The big buyers, right? Some of the other, global large owners continued to buy, and the ETFs just relentless buying. But if no one's willing to sell, then the bid has to keep coming up to encourage people to part with their Bitcoin. And I think that's what we're seeing now.
여기서 마크 유스코는 24년도 반감기 이후 가상화폐 시장에 대한 전반적인 전망을 얘기했는데요. 대형 고래들뿐만 아닌 기관에서도 꾸준히 비트코인을 매수하고 매도 압력이 이루어지지 않다고 하고 있습니다. 그럼 여기서 25년도 마크 유스코의 비트코인 전망을 한번 살펴보도록 하겠습니다.
By the way, now I would like to talk about your outlook for 2025. So, what are the milestones that you are looking forward to in 2025? I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about the Bitcoin strategic reserve, but maybe
Yeah.
you have hope to other.
So look, I am still a believer that the 4-year cycle exists. I know there are some now saying that, because of Trump and because of the Bitcoin strategic reserve, and there's going to be this massive movement toward accumulating Bitcoin, and the 4-year cycle is going to go out the window. So, my expectation for this year was that fair value, which post halving was going to be in the, 80,000 ish range, somewhere like that, would continue to accrete all the way to somewhere around 100K by where we are today. So to me, fair value is right around that 6-digit level. I figured we would blow through that 6-digit number, and then humans would human. The humans would come in and they'd start to lever up, and we'd see a parabolic move probably to 120, maybe even 150. So at that point, we'd hit that ebullient level. Then the question is, do we get the passage of the strategic Bitcoin reserve? Do we get, Tom Lee was on CNBC talking about this, saying that, the exchanges don't have enough Bitcoin on their platforms and people are going to be scrambling for it. Certainly possible. Could that push us well past that 150K range? It's certainly possible. If you think about a bell curve distribution, to me, the most likely is we get to fair value, we go to, call it 50% premium above fair value. So that's in that 150 range. And then, unfortunately, we have another bear market starting mid-year 2025, and we enter crypto winter again. Now, those who think that crypto winter is never going to come again, I'm pretty skeptical of that, personally. I mean, history is, it's interesting. I ask people this all the time. Look at parabolic charts. Show me one. And all I want to see is one. No one's ever been able to show me one. Show me a parabolic chart that goes parabolic and then goes flat, a new higher plateau. None of them do that, right? They go parabolic and they keep going parabolic and then eventually they go down.
So your outlook seemed to me quite realistic if compared.
지금까지 마크 유스코의 25년도 비트코인의 전망에 대해 살펴봤는데요. 25년도 가상화폐 시장에 대해서는 굉장히 회의적으로 보고 있습니다. 유스코의 이러한 모습이 과연 25년도 3분기부터는 시장에 어떠한 변화를 가져올지에 대해서 또 다른 예측이 궁금하신 분들은 아래 고정 댓글 확인 부탁드립니다.